Welcome to the Thursday episode of The Lowdown, everybody. I am Robert Rosenfeld, and I'm here hosting the show that breaks down the top 3 stories of the tech world and gives you guys the information that you really need to know. Today we're talking about those photos that suggest that maybe the new iPad won't have a notch after all. Also, Samsung is still making and selling tablets, and the Galaxy S10 just looks to keep getting better and better. Let's talk about it. Let's get you guys the info. Here's The Lowdown. Despite many rumors and renders, it looks like the next generation of iPad Pros won't have a notch after all. After some sleuths did some digging in iOS 12, some images were discovered that show what appears to be the next generation of iPads from Apple. And we don't know a lot from that little blue square and icon, but what we can see from that is slim bezels all around the side of the device, no notch up at the top, and also no home button at the bottom. And this would mean that we would have to use iPhone X style gestures to navigate around that new iPad Pro, a pro or a con depending on who you ask. And we reported earlier this week that there probably won't be a headphone jack in the new iPad Pro, but the device would still have the necessary cameras and sensors for Face ID. A little bit of bonus Apple news for you today. For a brief period this morning, Apple crossed the trading threshold to officially become the world's first trillion-dollar company. Samsung's still making tablets, and they've got a new one that they hope will sway you away from that pesky iPad Pro. The company just announced the new Tab S4, one of the last Android tablets left to take on Apple's iPad Pro, and it's here with a Snapdragon 835 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, a 7,300 mAh battery, a USB-C port, and it runs Android 8.1 Oreo out of the box. And Samsung is trying to make this tablet a real contender for your PC replacement with DeX built into the software on the tablet, allowing you to put apps into Windows and get a more traditional PC operating system-like experience on your tablet. You can even connect it to a monitor from the Tab S4's USB-C port, and you can use the included S Pen to jot down notes on the Tab S4's 10.5-inch 16:9 Super AMOLED display. The tablet will come with 64 and 256 gigs of internal storage, though there is a microSD card port for expansion, and this starts near the iPad Pro's price tag at $650. And despite some less than stellar sales of the Galaxy S9, Samsung is moving full speed ahead on the Galaxy S10. The company said in their earnings call that they're working on a device with new cutting-edge technology and design, and also some new and improved 5G technology inside, which definitely sounds like it would be a great description for the Galaxy S10. And though a lot of this is all still subject to change, here's kind of what we think we know so far about these new Galaxy smartphones. We're expecting 3 models of the S10 ranging in size and price, with the more premium models having an under-display fingerprint reader or Face ID competitor. And just to be clear, we don't know if this is what the S10 is actually going to look like or not. These photos have the device that has chamfered edges, but it should give you an idea of what the body of the phone might look like, or what at least we hope it would look like, giving you that great, beautiful Samsung display and the cameras on the back. And speaking of those cameras, we're hearing conflicting reports on whether or not it'll have a dual camera or triple camera system. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that. These renders definitely make me very excited for what the Galaxy S10 could be. And since we're talking about facial recognition technology and under-display fingerprint reading technology, let me ask you guys this simple question. Would you rather have the under-display fingerprint reading technology or the Face ID-esque facial recognition tech that will allow you to unlock your phone that way? Leave a comment down below and let us know, or better yet, send us a video message on Twitter or Instagram for your chance to be featured on the next episode of The Lowdown on Tuesday. And speaking of comments to feature, the Saw7777 left a comment on the last video of The Lowdown on whether or not the notch on the Pixel 3 XL was a big deal breaker or not. And they said this: "The notch is enough for me to get the Pixel 2 instead when this is released. I don't know how Google will be able to make the camera substantially better, and the specs should be more than enough for a long time, but the notch on the Pixel 3 is too ridiculous to justify a purchase." So this is a very interesting comment. We've heard a lot of reports from people, Pixel 2 owners themselves, saying the device slows over time. And if you have a Pixel 2 XL or Pixel 2, does the device really slow down over time? Leave a comment and let us know. And as for the notch, I was really surprised to see how polarizing the comments were. Some love the notch, some hate it, some said it was an absolute deal breaker. I don't know, the notch and the combination of the chin at the bottom seems like a little bit too much. I'd say pick one or the other, but let's just wait and see what Google actually has in store for the notch technology, see if they're gonna do something with it, and let's see if the camera really is that much better to justify the upgrade from the Pixel 2 line to the Pixel 3. That's all I've got for the lowdown today, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back here Tuesday covering more tech news. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, thumbs up the video because it helps us all a lot. Thank you for your comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.